What if I told you your wife could be hiding a secret right under your nose, and you've been missing all the signs? Whether it's late nights, strange alibis, or secretive phone behavior, there are sneaky ways she's covering up her affair. But today, I'm going to show you 5 clever tricks to uncover the truth without her even knowing. No more wondering, no more guessing, just facts. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and get ready to see your relationship in a whole new light. And while you're at it, drop your city in the comments. I want to know where you're watching from. Trick 1. The disappearing act, the sudden busy excuse. You've probably noticed it. She's been busy a lot lately. Funny how that never used to be the case. At first, it might have seemed like a simple excuse. I'm working late, or I have plans with friends. But after hearing it over and over, something doesn't feel right. The problem is, this excuse isn't just a coincidence. It's a cover-up, and it's designed to keep you in the dark. Here's what you need to watch for. The frequency of these busy excuses. At first, they'll be spaced out, maybe once a week, but as time goes on, the pattern becomes clear. I've got a meeting turns into, I'll be out with friends, and before you know it, I'll be home late again. Notice how these excuses happen around the same time. Late nights, weekends, or when you're supposed to be spending quality time together. Now, here's the sneaky part. When a woman is emotionally invested elsewhere, she's going to look for ways to fill the gap between you and her, which means creating more space to see someone else. It's subtle at first, but over time, you'll realize how often this busy excuse turns into a regular routine that takes her away from you. The question is, what's really happening during these long hours and late nights? You might be close, but there's more to uncover. The next trick will show you how to follow the trail of lies she's left behind. Stay tuned. Trick 2. The phone behavior, how to spot what she's hiding. There's something about the way she acts around her phone now. It's like a switch flipped, and suddenly it's always in her hand. She's protective of it, like it's her most precious possession. When did this happen? You remember a time when she was more open with her phone, but now, it's like she's hiding something. The phone buzzes, and she quickly picks it up and walks out of the room. Or, better yet, she quickly locks it when you walk past. This isn't normal behavior, and it's one of the first signs that something's off. Take note of when she's too protective of her phone. If she used to leave it on the table or let you see who's texting, but now she's constantly swiping it away or turning the screen down, something's changed. And it's not just about privacy. There's a difference between wanting to keep things personal and trying to conceal something. Pay attention to her reaction when you ask about it. If she brushes you off with a, "It's nothing," or a, "Why do you care?" she's likely covering up more than just a few personal chats. It's a defense mechanism, one that cheaters use to deflect suspicion. But what if the phone isn't the only place she's hiding things? The next trick will show you exactly how to track her every move without ever touching her phone. Stay with me, because things are about to get even more interesting. Trick 3. The new friend, the sudden mentions of someone you don't know. Has she suddenly started talking about a new friend you've never heard of before? Funny how these people seem to pop up out of nowhere. "Oh, Mike and I went for coffee yesterday," or "David and I were talking about this." You're left wondering, who are these people? And more importantly, why are they never mentioned before now? The thing is, if you've been in a relationship long enough, you can tell when something's off. These new friends always seem to be around when she's unavailable, and it's never someone you've met. If she's bringing up Mike or David, but when you ask to meet them, she brushes it off with vague excuses like, "Oh, they're just work friends," or "I'll introduce you soon." That's your first clue. Start paying attention to how often she mentions this new person. Does the name come up a little too much for comfort? Does she become defensive when you ask simple questions about them? Or does she get overly detailed about their life? The more she talks about them, the more you should be wondering why. But the real question is, why is she suddenly so fixated on someone you've never met? And why does she become so secretive when you ask? It's almost as if there's something more going on between them than she's letting on. The next trick will give you a clearer idea of exactly what she's up to when she's with this new friend. Stick around, you'll want to know this. Trick 4. The physical and emotional distance. What she's not saying. Have you felt it? The shift in the way she interacts with you. She's physically there, but emotionally? She's miles away. It's subtle at first, but when you look closer, the signs are impossible to ignore. The affectionate touches, the little gestures that once made you feel close, they're gone. She's pulling away and you feel it. It's not just physical distance. There's an emotional gap that's forming too. She no longer asks about your day or cares to talk about anything meaningful. Conversations are short and shallow, and every time you try to connect, she's distracted or uninterested. The warmth she used to have for you is fading, and you're left wondering where it went. She might also start avoiding physical affection. You go to kiss her or hold her hand, and she pulls away or brushes it off with an excuse. I'm tired, or not tonight. Sound familiar? These are the signs that her emotional connection has already begun to unravel. And it's not just the lack of affection, it's the way she's emotionally distant, like she's no longer invested in you. Now, here's the tough part. This distance isn't something you can easily fix. It's a sign she's been emotionally involved elsewhere. The question is, who has she been investing her time and energy in? The next trick will reveal how to dig deeper and find out exactly who's been filling that gap. It's time to uncover what she's been hiding. Stay with me. This one's going to shock you. Chapter 5. The Secret Alibi. How she's lying without even knowing it. You've probably heard the same excuses over and over. I'm meeting up with friends, or work ran late, I'll be home soon. The thing is, these stories start to feel too rehearsed, don't they? It's almost like she's reading from a script. But what if I told you that she's not always lying intentionally? Sometimes she convinces herself the alibi is true, and that's how she slips up. The trick here is to pay attention to who she's spending time with. If it's always the same vague group of friends you've never met, you need to be suspicious. The more she mentions friends, without giving specifics, the more it signals that there's something she's not telling you. She might say, I was with Sarah and Mike, but if you've never heard of Sarah and Mike, or she's never once invited you to join them, it's time to question why these names are suddenly cropping up. The other part of the secret alibi is how consistent her excuses are. If she always has the perfect explanation for why she's busy or away at certain times, like every Friday or every Saturday night, it's not just a coincidence. A woman who's trying to hide an affair will create a routine that she believes covers her tracks. And the more you challenge her on these stories, the more defensive she'll get, almost like she's trying to convince herself the lie is real. Take a close look at how she reacts when you ask for more details. Does she shut down or get frustrated? Why are you always asking so many questions? Or, stop accusing me of things I haven't done. Those defensive responses are key. She's getting caught in her own web of lies, and the more you press, the more she might slip up and reveal something you weren't expecting. Now that you have the tools to catch her in the act, the real question is, how will you handle the truth when it's right in front of you? See you in the next video.